It is now very clear that the former Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua's political career is over. The Chief Justice, Martha Koome, officially ended Rigathi Gachagua's political career. Just like that. And it's done. Martha Koome's statement concerning Rigathi Gachagua's impeachment was trending yesterday. And I'll read for you that particular statement as it is shortly. Because that is exactly what I want us to discuss in this particular analysis. So even before we begin, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Jason and you're listening to Jason Vibes Radio, political channel. If you're listening to me and you haven't subscribed, take a second now and subscribe for you to receive the latest political updates from this channel and also the best political analysis. Thank you so much. Now, the biggest question has always been, can the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua still vie for a political seat or hold a public office after his impeachment? That particular question must be either yes or no. There is no but. According to the former Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua himself, he has always insisted that he can still vie for presidency in the 2027 general elections or any political seat, or to be appointed to hold any public office despite being impeached. And that is exactly the real reason as to why yesterday Rigathi Gachagua officially launched his political party ahead of the 2027 elections. The party is called Democracy for Citizens Party, DCP. Rigathi Gachagua will use his political party to vie for presidency or enter into a coalition with other opposition leaders in order to remove William Ruto from power. Remember, Rigathi Gachagua's main political mission is to remove William Ruto from power, to revenge against William Ruto, because he believes that Ruto orchestrated his impeachment. That is why kazi ya Rigathi ni kusema tu Kasongo aende, Kasongo aende. Nothing much. He does not talk about his manifesto or anything else. But the real reason as to why Rigathi Gachagua is insisting that he can actually vie for a political seat or hold any public office despite his impeachment, Rigathi Gachagua said that it is because his impeachment case is still pending in court. Until the final ruling is made that number one, Rigathi Gachagua was impeached legally, and also number two, the impeachment process was constitutional. That is when Rigathi Gachagua cannot be allowed to run for any political seat or hold any public office. And even Rigathi Gachagua went further ahead to give us a very good example of the former head of state, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, and President William Ruto, how Uhuru Kenyatta ran for presidency in 2013 and in 2017. being deputized by William Ruto, and they were elected despite having a court case in ICC. Just listen to what Rigathi Gachagua is saying here.
Mimi niko na kesi kotini. Imezuia nyinyi kuja hapa kunihoji. Hiyo kesi hakuna kitu imezuia. Hata nini? Mimi naendelea, mimi ni kiongozi. Hata nikiwa na hiyo kesi inaendelea kotini. Ukija pale kwangu kwa Monyoro kumejaa. Wakenya wote wako pale. Kwa sababu mimi ni kiongozi. Kesi hakuna kitu inazuia. Hii kesi haiwezi simamisha Kenya. Sio mimi peke yangu Kenya. Sio lazima mimi niongoze Kenya. Lakini mimi niko na ushawishi. Niwe na kesi, niwe sina. Nikuulize, mwaka wa 2013 William Ruto na Uhuru Kenyatta walikuwa na kesi ya mauaji na upakaji. Walisimama. Katiba ya Kenya iko very clear, my friend. Hakuna mtu atakuzuia kusimama kiti yote kwa sababu uko na kesi ambaye haijakamilika kotini. Lazima does not matter.
Tumeona ya 82.
Bana, ukiuliza kwa sababu ya Sonko ilikuwa concluded katika Supreme Court. Senator Karungo Wathang'wa hako na kesi ya impeachment, lakini ni senator wa Kiambu. What the law says is that the right to vie for elective office is absolute. As long as you have not exhausted the mechanisms available to seek for remedy, nobody can stop you from vying for political office. That is the law. Sisi tuko tu high court, hata hatujatoka. Sasa hata mimi sitaki tushughulike na hiyo. Hata nyinyi ndio, mimi kama sina shughuli na hiyo maneno ya impeachment, ndio hata inakuhusu nini? Mimi sina haja. It is neither here nor there. It has not actually diminished my capacity to mobilize the people of Kenya into politics. In fact, hii impeachment ndio imenipatia umaarufu zaidi kuliko vile nilikuwa. Hata mimi nashukuru Ruto kwa kunifukuza. Kwa sababu sasa ile ushawishi niko nayo iko hali ya juu sana. And that case, irrespective of the outcome, does not in any way diminish my clout and political influence in this country. And I'll do what I need to do to make sure we succeed. Whether the case is lifted, whether it is not, it does not matter. Mimi walinifukuza, mimi nakula na kunywa. Mimi naendelea na siasa yangu. Ukiangalia today, every newspaper they talk about me. Kila mtu, how come? Unasema mtu, wengine walikuwa nasema hii ni mtu anatakiwa kuwa huko kwa village. Kila mkutano wanaongea juu yangu. How come? If hii impeachment affected me in any way, how come? Kutoka president, mtu ya Yesa na wote hao watu yake, wote kila siku they talk about Rigathi Gachagua. How come? It's because they know I have some bit of influence in this country, and many people look upon me for leadership, and I'll guide those who listen to me properly into the right direction. So don't worry about hiyo maneno ya kesi nini. Hiyo mambo kidogo, na hiyo maneno hakuna kitu utazuia, na hii safari haiwezi mama hadi kwa sababu iko kesi inaendelea. Hakuna, sisi tuko sawa, tunajua what we want to do and where we are going, na tunaendelea na tuwezi simama. Kama hiyo kesi ingenisimamisha inifunge mdomo, iseme wewe shona mdomo, iseme usitoke nyumbani, usiongee na Wakamba, usiongee na Waluya, kaa kwako na bibi yako na watoto na usitoke, ningekuwa very worried. But mimi ningaendelea. I continue with the political activities, and I have more time, my friend. Niko na nafasi ya kutosha ya kupanga siasa ya Kenya. Na mimi hakuna kazi nyingine mimi nafanya. Mimi silimi, mimi sifanyi biashara, mimi sina watoto naangalia. Mimi napanga siasa yetu ya Kenya, nikifikiria vile tutakomboa nchi yetu na vile tutaweka nchi yetu sawa sawa.
Now, the Chief Justice Martha Koome officially responded to Rigathi Gachagua concerning his impeachment, and if Rigathi Gachagua is allowed to vie for any political seat. Let me read for you this particular statement as it is. It says, if you are impeached, you are permanently impeached. Even if you have a case in court, you are still impeached. The appeal does not take away the sentence. I think we interpret the law for our own benefit. If I want to benefit, I will interpret it the way I want. But the law remains the law. Once you are impeached forever. Even if you appeal, it does not change the impeachment. This particular statement from the Chief Justice Martha Koome means two things for Rigathi Gachagua. That number one, Rigathi Gachagua's political career is over. Once Rigathi was impeached, he cannot vie for any political seat or hold any public office. Even Rigathi Gachagua himself knows about it. He understands very well that his political career is over. What Rigathi Gachagua is trying to do is just to revenge against William Ruto. Nothing much. Akona kisasi na Ruto. Because you impeached me, I want also to remove you from power. That is why Rigathi Gachagua is ready to join any political coalition with anybody. Bora tu waondoe William Ruto kwa power, so that he can revenge against William Ruto. That is Rigathi Gachagua's biggest political card ahead of the 2027 elections. The question is, will he achieve? If William Ruto will be removed from power, Rigathi Gachagua will celebrate so much, because that is his main mission. It does not have any political agenda. It does not have any manifesto to lead this country, but anataka tu Kasongo aende. Number two, this particular statement means that Rigathi Gachagua cannot run for any political seat or hold any public office just because his impeachment case is still in court. So this thing that Rigathi Gachagua has been talking about, that my impeachment cannot make me not to run for presidency, all these are propagandas. Rigathi knows that once you are impeached, it is forever. You cannot change that. So I know that I have answered very many questions. You have heard from Martha Koome what she has just said. And that is it. Nothing much. I want to know your opinion in the comment section down below. But please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more political updates. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jason, and I'm out. See you.